I am so sad. I mean, like, this is a horrible year as a badminton fan. Hendra Setiawan had just announced his retirement plan, and his last tournament is the Indonesia Master 2005, which is an amazing tournament to go out on and in his home country. But, like, there are players that you watch for their creativity, their explosive speed, their skills making, their playmaking, their charisma, their winnings, you know, uh, and even the way that they handle themselves on court and off court as well. And then there's some players you watch because you know that they are legends in the making, and Hendra Setiawan is one of them. Um, I first saw him at one of the All England quite a few years ago, and I remember Joe Clark was she was commenting how like this person, he just looks so calm, always so calm on court, no matter what happens, no matter what the scoreline is, he just always looks so calm. And ever since that game, I have always enjoyed watching Hendra Setiawan play. I'm pretty sure by then he was already partnered up with Mohamed Hassan, and they have been one of my favorite pairs for men's double to watch. And it is with such incredible sadness that they actually are like they're retiring. I mean, like, he's 40 years old, playing badminton at 40 years old at a world class level is no jokes. And the fact that he has been playing for such a long time, it's just simply mind boggling. So I'm 46, and I played at a recent tournament last weekend, so 6 days ago, and my body was pretty sore after that. And then I'm not nowhere near that level that he's playing, even though I play what 6 games, including 2 singles, rather than 1 game a day. But he would train like every day, like I don't know how many hours, but certainly way more training than I do. And the traveling is tiring as well, and the pressure of competing, all of that weighs up on you. So it's not easy. And the fact that he has been doing it until 40 years old, it's just amazing. I don't know if anybody else could actually play for that long. Um, it's a milestone, it's a standard that I think that I hope that us badminton fans will always remember his name, and his name will never be forgotten in the world of badminton for many, many years to come. So I guess like a couple of reasons why I love watching him play. First of all, from an older person at 46, I know how physically demanding it is to play badminton. People think, sure, single is quite physically demanding for an oldie like us, but double is quite tiring as well. And the higher level you go, the more tiring it is. Like the fact that he can enjoy and be competitive at such a old age, it just yeah, it's just so much admiration for him to actually keep going like that and give us a lot of motivation. I know for me anyway, to go out there and play badminton and enjoy as much as I can. Another reason why I like him so much is his manner on court. As I mentioned before, it's not a joke like how saying he's always so calm, and he is. Like, you never have that sense of worriness about him for whatever points that taking place. But what I enjoy more is actually his manner with his partners and his opponents. Like, he never looks down on them. He never like be silly on court or anything like that. He smiles. You'll see him, especially him and San, smile quite often as they play. Especially, like at the mid-game interval, Hassan would just find a sit to sit down as soon as he can, and then Hendra Setiawan would just like walking around and talking to him. But like at every point, they only give each other a high five, no matter what happened. Like if he make a mistake, they will immediately give each other a high five. If Mohammed Hassan made a mistake, he immediately go and give that person a high five. So It's so beautiful to see that these two players essentially teaching us how to be a good double partner, and that is, no matter what happened, no matter whose fault it is, just tap and go on. That point is gone now. There's no point thinking about it. Tap and just say, let's concentrate on the next one. And I've been using that approach in my games ever since. And it's something I'm trying to teach, especially Maylin. And I know it's very difficult for her, especially because, like, for females, for girls double anyway, she's quite at a high level compared to the rest of her peers. So I know that quite often she gets quite frustrated with her partner. I can understand that, she's a kid. She, especially going up to a teenager now, she wants to win. She tries really hard on court. And when her partner makes a simple mistake after all the hard work she tries to do, I can imagine it's quite disheartening. I was like that once upon a time. I used to always blame on my partner, get really annoyed with my partner. But now I feel like I'm so much better. And I think I have learned a lot of that from Hendra Setiawan and the way he conducts himself on court. Like last weekend we play for men double. I think we were leading something like 18-14, and then we eventually lost the first set 22-20. And my partner knew that he stuffed it up. And the first thing he said was like, "Oh, sorry, I know I stuffed it up." And there was like not a single ounce of annoyance or anger from me at all. I would say, it's okay. We just go. I'm at a stage now where I feel so lucky to play. No matter what the scoreline is, I just feel so lucky to play and play in A grade. So anytime there's a tournament, I'm happily play with the best in New Zealand, especially for men double. I love it, right? And if I have a partner who feels that I'm good enough to go and play with, I feel lucky that I have a partner who wants to play with me. So no matter what the scoreline is, I have made a decision to play with that person. And it is my responsibility to enjoy it every single point, right? If I start to get annoyed with myself, I have to quickly remind myself of why I'm playing and what is more important. And the fact that if I get annoyed with my partner or anything like that, it would just not be fun for anybody involved. And when I see those two play, Hendra Setiawan and Mohammed Hassan, like, you just feel so happy for them. Like, I know I do. I feel happy that they can still play. They can enjoy each other. They smile when they lose. Like, they really congratulate the winners every single game, every single time that I have seen them play. Like, they don't get bitter. They don't get annoyed. They just smile. They give each other hugs. It is so, so nice. If every player could learn from these two, I think badminton as a whole in terms of competitive level would just be such a better and nicer place. They have so much to teach us, and that's one thing I love about watching those two. And I know that myself personally, I have benefited a lot as a person on court, from learning from those people. Another thing I love about Hendra Setiawan is that, like, and with Hassan as well, I don't know. Sometimes it looks like they're not even trying. You know what I mean? Like in the weekend, we had some pretty big smashers. So I was like, really like had to get ready for the smash, especially the smash. And when you watch these guys play, they just stand there. Oh yeah, smash. Return. Oh yes, smash. And they do cross court. Like, I don't know. Like, the court just seems so big for them, and finding space for those two, it just seems so easy. And they just makes badminton look effortless. And yes, like old age catching up to them, not having the biggest match in the world because of their age and their physicality decline, it definitely affects them, especially in the game of a main double where it is very physically demanding to able to keep on smashing and keep that control. It's not easy. Those young guys are fast and they are fearless as well. So it's not easy for these two to actually keep playing and playing really, really well. But I just love how effortless they make it. And that's something I try in my games, especially at my age, as well, you know. Sure, sometimes like you wish that you were a bit younger, but you can't. So you just have to adapt your style of play to suit your body condition, which is not as strong as it used to be. But interestingly or not, I reckon I'm a much, much better player now than what I was when I was in my 20s. Like I will whoop my 20 years old butt any time of the day. But yeah, so cool watching them play. One of the things I love about Hendra Setiawan is how would I say it? In a game of double, you got two players, right? When you play with like, I guess more, you know, not as advanced players, what you find is that those two players, they will always wait for the opponent to hit before they move. So let's say I hit, this is me here, I drive a really beautiful shot right into the corner and I see them struggling, okay? The non-advanced version of me will hit it and wait. And until they hit it, and then I will move. The advanced version of me now, if I hit it and I can see they're in trouble, I will start to move forward because I want to be able to kill that shot if it comes softly over the net. And if I move, my partner, hopefully he's at my same level and smart enough, they'll say, oh, Ben is moving. Instead of I'm saying here, I want to start sliding behind and make sure I cover him. Because that partner knows what I'm trying to do. This is me here. He knows what I'm trying to hunt for, right? And I'm very proactive. I like to be a proactive double player. So I try not to wait for the opponent to hit. If you watch Hendra Setiawan and Hassan, the way they play, especially, their favorite formation is that Hendra is at the top and Muhammad is at the back. And you find that like Hendra liked to go for that front court and take control of the front court, and he would move quite quickly before the opponent even hit. And that's what I really have learned from those two in terms of doubles. And I can only do that if my partner understands the concept of being proactive. But when you do that, especially at the high level, you can really take advantage of moments where you have put them in a very difficult situation, and you don't want to give them a free get out of jail card. They had a soft shot back, and you're not even there. You're not even there to take advantage of it. So what I've learned from them is that like make the first move. That's what it is, right? In the game of double, someone has to make the first move. If the two of you just stand there and wait, no one will do anything. Only the shot will come back and just wait for the shuttle to come to you. But if someone make the first move, the other person will know what to do, whatever that is, right? And it has really helped, especially at a high level game where you don't get too many opportunities to actually win rallies. So when you do, you want to take advantage of it as much as I can. And I love the way the Hendra reads the game as well. And you will see, especially when he plays front court, after he play a shot, he would predict what is the next shot, and his racket's already up preparing for that shots already. And Muhammad will be at the back knowing that if anything outside the scope of Hendra prediction, that will be Muhammad's area to cover, which is pretty much the rest of the court. But they have that understanding is that like Hendra, he's getting ready to kill that most likely shot that come back, and he's ready. And most of the time, he predicts it correctly. But once again, he make that first move. You know what I mean? Like he will get the racket up, he would hit to the forehand, get the racket up, or whatever not. Like if you actually rewatch a lot of his game, his preparation for the next shot is very, very early. And that's because his ability to read the play, his ability to intercept in the front court, it is just beautiful. The way that he calmly touch, drive, it's just amazing. And he has a pretty strong smash as well, which is, wow. But yeah, I am sad. I mean, like when you watch in terms of the current man double players, I don't feel there's anyone that have that presence like Hendra does, and have the calmness that he has. I mean, a lot of them have the flashy style, like the Chinese pair, the double pairs. He's very fast at the front court, right? But you find that contrasting the two, Hendra is more like he predict the most likely scenario. He'll stay there and wait for it, while the Chinese guy will fly everywhere, and he's super super quick. He's a more like like the Chinese version of Kevin Sukamolio, really. But Hendra, that just something about him that when you watch him play, you just feel like something really nice and smooth, just flowing on the court, gliding on court. There doesn't seem to be a sense of sudden movement from either of those two. It's just gliding around, almost like ice skating around each other on court. It's just so beautiful to watch, and it is so sad. It honestly so sad to know that after the Indonesia Master next year, we won't get to see Hendra anymore, and there won't be another player like him for a long, long, long time. And like I said, right now, there's no other players like him, with that sense of, calmness and presence on and off court, that it just make it a joy to watch. You know what I mean? Like, I guess it's because like, I'm coming from a different perspective, like being competitive as much as I can, being old and having kids as well. And I want my kids, and I want my kids to have really nice role models to look up to. And in terms of learning how to communicate and treating each other on court, they are such wonderful example to show my kids or any other kids that I coach. So that's another thing that I will miss about them. It's just like just not have that ability to tell people, go and watch these two. That's how you communicate on court. That's how you do high five on court. That's how you smile on court, and that's how you enjoy badminton well into the late 30s and 40s. So yeah, hope you guys agree with me, and hopefully you guys feel as sad as I am, and I wish him the very best of luck, and just like with him and Zhang Shuwei, they're gonna have an amazing time to spend with their family going forward. I can imagine all these tournaments, all these traveling, all this training have taken them away a lot from the families, and now that's the reward they're gonna get, So best of luck to him, best of luck to his family, and just hope they're gonna have so many wonderful memories together here forward. So let me know if you love watching Hendra Setiawan play. I can't imagine anyone out there who doesn't like watching those two play. Hopefully he'll be included in the Hall of Fame sooner or later. I reckon he deserves it. Amazing player, amazing ambassador for the game of badminton. Really, he really is an amazing ambassador for the game of badminton. Both him and Mohammed Hassan. So yeah, comment, like, and please subscribe. Share your sadness with me. And go out there and have fun, okay? Make sure you have fun, because badminton is a beautiful sport, and every day that you and I can play is a beautiful day. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.